Hello! In this presentation, I will be walking you through my pre-algebra module objectives, as well as tell you a little bit about my target audience. Let's get started! My name is Jordan Walraven, and I work at a small Christian school in mid-Michigan. I teach all of the high school mathematics courses, and I have a particular burden for learners who do not learn like everyone else. For my degree at the American College of Education, I will be writing a mathematics curriculum for an accommodated mathematics course. In our school, we have two mathematics tracks, the normal regular paced track, and then one for students who would not be successful in a regular paced classroom. These students are currently using an online resource for their mathematics course, and it has not been as successful as it could be. It is my desire to create a curriculum that will be a challenge for them, but one where they will still be successful. My target audience is the 8th grade pre-algebra students in the accommodated math track. There are 5 of them, 3 girls and 2 boys, and each of them work very hard but struggle to be successful at math. I mentioned before my burden for non-traditional learners, and I say this because I know what it feels like to sit in a classroom staring at a chalkboard that looks like this and not have a clue to what is going on. As I teach, I strive to teach to each of the learning styles. My boys are both kinesthetic learners, and as I plan my module, I am still looking for ideas to get them up and moving to improve their learning experience. My girls are both visual learners, and watching videos of me working through problems and showing processes has been successful for them in the past. Let's move into the objectives for my modules. Writing good objectives has been something that has been drilled into me since my undergraduate studies. When I approach writing my own objectives, I strive for them to be SMART. The acrostic represents what a well-written objective looks like. The S in the SMART stands for specific, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for relevant, and finally T for time-bound. S says, is there explicit wording within the objective that describes exactly what I want the student to learn? M for measurable stands for when the module comes to an end, can I affirm that the students have mastered the objective? A, can this objective be reasonably accomplished by my learner? The R, does the objective even have to do with the skill that I'm trying to teach? And T, can the objective be accomplished in a reasonable amount of time? I created this SMART objective video using the software Animaker. Let's move into the objectives for my lesson. The student will be able to identify the operations happening to the variable by observation. So the question I am asking is, can my student look at an equation and state what operations are happening to the variable? For example, they would look at this equation and be able to tell that the x is being multiplied by 3, and then it's adding 2. Next, the student will be able to describe the operation needed to undo these operations that are happening. For every operation happening to a variable, there is an inverse operation that will undo it. Once the student has identified the operation that is happening, they will then be able to state the inverse operation. Finally, the student will be able to solve the equation and check their work. Once the student has answered these questions for the first 2 objectives, they will then perform the inverse operation, isolate the variable, and provide a solution. Finally, let's discuss what a typical lesson setup will look like. The student will watch a recorded lecture containing definitions, examples, and graphics, much like a lecture that you're watching right now. They will practice the new skill using either worksheets or guided practice websites, and then they will solidify this new skill using an online game or activity. As I create my course, I am trying to mirror in an online blended course what a student would get in an actual classroom. I'm a math teacher, and it is my job to teach the students the necessary skills of mathematics, but I want my learners to be able to approach a real-world problem and be able to think critically about it. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education." I want my kiddos to learn mathematics, but I also want them to be successful in whatever they do. Thanks for watching.